This is Captain Marvel. Um, I I don't I never really read the Captain Marvel comics, and that's not a deterrent for me with Marvel movies. I mean, that's kind of their shtick is they get characters that you're not necessarily familiar with, that you don't really know as well, and they make awesome movies out of it. And sure, there are Guardians of the Galaxy fans out there before the movies, but majority of people didn't even have that movie or know what those characters were on their radar. And that movie made gangbusters, and it was great. Both movies are great. So that doesn't deter me from seeing this movie. I think no matter what, I'm going to enjoy Captain Marvel. I think it's interesting that DC beat Marvel to the female-led superhero movie. I always kind of chuckle at that, mostly because when you look at Disney as a whole, as a company, they're very much more progressive, and that kind of surprised me a little bit that they got beat there. And I mean, they technically beat DC to a black superhero movie both times because Blade and Black Panther. But it's an interesting move, and I love the fact that it's in the '90s, and I love that. But it's also kind of, this is the problem when you add in these newer characters to the lore, because then you have to backtrack, and then you have to, like, it's almost like you're writing yourself into a corner where you have to figure out, okay, they are in this universe, but it's a prequel in the '90s before all this stuff had happened. She's friends with Nick Fury, but why didn't Nick Fury call her before Infinity War? Why did it take the third Avengers movie? Like, all the stuff that happened in New York in the first Avengers movie, and all the stuff that's happened in any of these movies. If she's as powerful as they say she is, why not give her a ring and save everybody some time? But that's honestly a nitpick. I don't care. I still think the movie's going to be fun, and we're getting more of Nick Fury, and I think they're going to kind of build up on his backstory, which that's always what I've wanted, because I love Sam Jackson. And Brie Larson's good. She's a very good actress. She's an Oscar winner, so she will bring it. Jude Law will bring it. I think they have a really strong cast. As I said, I'm not like super ingratiated with Captain Marvel and her lore, but they've done a good enough job with their other movies where I don't know anything about these characters, and I still came out enjoying myself. So I'm excited for that movie. I think it'll do well, and I'm wondering how it's going to tie into Endgame, because they're gonna have to. I mean, it's pretty obvious where they're going with this. I mean, they had the Easter egg for Captain Marvel at the end of Infinity War. By the way, I'm spoiling this movie, but you've had a year to see it, so I don't care. So they tease her, so she's obviously going to be involved some way at some point, and that'll be interesting how they do that with an after credit scene. She'll probably get the pager or whatever.